It's Thursday the 5th of November 2015 and it's about 6:45 in the evening. I'm just getting ready to open this go-go bar. At the time it was called Sugar Baby and I was the manager there, and I was doing the usual things, getting the girls' uniforms sorted. The mama-san was sitting at her desk giving out the clock cards to the girls. I might have been preparing the music for the evening, and there was 15 minutes to go before opening. It was just a normal Thursday night on Walking Street. Then a massive commotion. Everybody in the bar rushed to this door. I came down these steps and walked about here. And when I got here, there was a scene where there was a lady on the floor. Her head was towards the left and she was lying in a pool of blood. She'd clearly been viciously attacked. I stood around about here and I could see that there was a lady with her head here lying in a huge pool of blood. And sitting, I think it must have been about here, there was a Thai guy. Crew cut hair, very, very short. And I'm not sure whether there was a knife or not, I can't remember. But there clearly had been a stabbing. The lady who I was witnessing lying on the floor was drawing her last breaths here on this earth. And my immediate reaction was one of panic, because I had a club full of young girls over there. I didn't know whether this was some kind of terrorist attack. Recently, a few months before, there had been the bombing of the Erawan Shrine in Bangkok. So I was concerned. I immediately rushed back and stood here. I spoke to my doorman and I said, lock the doors, don't let anybody out and don't let anybody in. If any staff want to come in, because there were staff arriving all the time, they could enter through the side exit, which is further up the soi and to the right there. So it was a safe environment for my staff. I knew they were secure, and so I was okay to continue to witness what was going on right here. Huge crowds were gathering as the word got around on Walking Street that there'd been an incident here at the 7-Eleven. And I have to say, I was quite dismayed to see that many people, mainly Thais, were taking videos and pictures of the lady as she lay on the floor. I took some photographs, as you will see, but my photographs were took at a good distance away from the scene of the crime, and certainly nobody could be identified. I remember making a Facebook post on social media saying that there had been some kind of incident here, and that post was actually used by several media organisations when they were reporting the news, and my photographs were used as well. I seem to remember that the ambulance got here a lot quicker than the police did. I think it was literally 1 or 2 minutes. I might have gone back into the bar at that time because I don't remember seeing any kind of CPR being administered to the lady, but it was, and the lady was put into an ambulance, but she was pronounced dead when she arrived at Pattaya Memorial Hospital. At this time I couldn't actually see what was going on, but at some point a police car came and the man who had been sitting on the step was bundled into a police car and taken away. And what amazed me was that there was no attempt by the police to cordon off the area. If this was in the UK or in other Western countries, there would have been a real forensic examination of the scene. Actually, the whole place, within a couple of hours of this grisly crime having been committed, was washed. The 7-Eleven staff got some mop buckets, washed away all the blood and the evidence, and opened the shop as normal. I noticed one person who had put a single red rose on the spot where the lady had fallen. So you might ask, what is the backstory to this horrendous crime that I witnessed? The lady in question was a 33-year-old go-go bar dancer, and she'd been working at the time at Champions A Go-Go. Now, it was around about here. I can't quite remember whereabouts it was. She'd gone with a customer to the 7-Eleven, and the person who had committed the crime was her 22-year-old ex-boyfriend, who was in the Thai military but had gone AWOL from his post and had come to find his ex-girlfriend, having suspected that she was now in a relationship with a Farang. This obviously must have enraged him, and this led to the crime that I witnessed. I haven't used the name of the victim or of the perpetrator because I feel that this matter is a very personal one to many people. In fact, I know people, customers, friends of mine that knew the victim as well. So I'd just like to leave it at that. If you want to research this subject more, you can do that by yourself on the internet. There's plenty of information there, including the photographs that I took that day. These kind of horrible, hideous crimes happen very, very rarely here in Pattaya. If you are thinking of coming on holiday, please come. You'll have a very safe and a very enjoyable time. That's about it for today. My name's Phil, otherwise known as Mr. Egg, and you can catch me every day at 11 AM in my bar Le Pub Pattaya on Soy Diamond, just off Walking Street. We usually do happy, jolly videos. That one was a little bit more serious because, well, I witnessed a murder, and also I actually got stabbed myself a few years later. That'd make an interesting video. And if you're looking for another video that's a little bit more serious, why don't you check out the one that you'll see, the thumbnail here, which is about fires that have taken place here in Pattaya over the last 20 years. But for now, here on Walking Street, me, Mr. Egg. See you soon. Bye-bye.